What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to the joiners, shout out to the Point of View crew, and trip on this. The first skinhead I ever met in prison doing time was from RSSH, Riverside Skinhead. And then the last skinhead I ever met in prison doing time was also from RSSH, Riverside Skinhead. Now, I don't know, I just think that's kind of cool. If you think that's interesting like I do, you're going to find that's nowhere near as interesting as how their stories actually collide. In fact, that collision is the story. Trip on this. I do my first term in McFarland CCF, level 2. Get in there and meet this dude named Vern from RSSH. And we click immediately. And I don't think that's very common, at least not with me, going to prison to start clicking with everybody. In fact, I can say that most people I mainly just tolerated. However, Vern and I clicked, homeboy. Cut from the same cloth, a good dude. And now if Vern and I got along great, which we did, it was nowhere near compared to how Matt and I, OC, got along. Matt and I were tighter than 10 toes in a sock. He was my workout partner, he was my pinochle partner, and he was just my road dog. Cool ass dude. But Vern was a cool dude too, man. I had love for both of them, and that's why it was such a bummer that they hated each other. Could not stand each other. And they didn't involve me, I didn't involve myself in their little mix, but I would try to squash it, especially the circumstances. Because initially, we were all living together in the same dorm, and things were great. But then Vern moved to another dorm to live with Pup from Tulare to start slinging some ink. And then after that move, they hated each other. And it was puzzling. I think what happened was as Vern was leaving, Matt said something like, "Go on, get," or something just in jest, joking around. Vern didn't take it as joking. Whatever the case may be, if that's even why, that's all I can come up with. I guess it doesn't matter why. They hated each other. In fact, it was to the point where Vern said, "Splinter, when you leave, when you parole," because I was getting ready to bounce, he said, I'm gonna rush that fool. I'm gonna bomb on him. I can't stand him. I said, "Whatever, homeboy, I mean, I wish you wouldn't, but handle your business. Do whatever you feel is right." And sure enough, I parole, I go home, and just a couple days later, Vern bombs on him. In the TV room, while Matt was holding a bowl of popcorn. And now a lot of people got mad about that, like, "Vern, why didn't you let Matt put the popcorn down?" But as Vern explained to me, "Homeboy, this whole place is made of glass. The walls are made of glass. The TV room in which Matt was in is made of glass. Matt's seen that fool coming. I got love for Matt, but even I know Matt had to see him coming, and he must have been stuck like a deer in some headlights. Is this fool really going to do what I think he's going to do?" And Vern did what he came to do, what Matt thought he might be coming to do, and that was put him on his pockets. And I know all this because Vern got caught doing it, and since he was a high level 2, they sent him to Wasco A Yard, level 3. And now I got out, I paroled like I just said, I got out, but I came right back. Went through county, and now I'm in Wasco reception, and I get me a little job working in the retherm. I go to the kitchen, who do I see? Vern. "What's up, homeboy? What's up, brother?" And he tells me how he smashed on Matt, and he tried to elaborate, but like I said, I had love for Matt, so I wasn't really trying to hear it. I'm like, "Oh man, you got him, man, it's crazy, bro." Let's get down to business, because as it were, there was a gang of tobacco over there on A-Yard Mainline with Vern, and no tobacco where I was at on H-Yard Reception. And in fact, that's how we in reception was getting our tobacco. What little bit we had was from the kitchen, from the retherm, from the dudes in A-Yard. Hopefully you have a hookup. I have a hookup. I see Vern. "What's up, brother? Slide me some tobacco, brother. Hook me up. I do it for you. What's up, dog?" He's like, "All right." He's like, "Look, I don't smoke, but I could shoot you a plug tomorrow when I come to work. He goes, but Splinter, this tobacco is rough. It's rough. It's nasty. It's dark. It's a big old bag of that cheap shit. He goes, the homeboys just got a big old bag of the cheapest shit, pulled right out of the ground, harsh and rough, just to hook everyone up on reception with, to hook up the comrades on reception side. He goes, I'm going to bring you some. And I said, cool, brother, I love you. That's what's up. Sure enough, the next day he brings me a big old clavo of that harsh, rough tobacco. I didn't mind though, brother. Hey, way better than a sharp stick in the eye. So I took it back to the dorm. I broke it open, start rolling some cigarettes with me and my homeboys. And let me just say this real quick because it's very important. At this time, the relations between the skinheads and the Woods were very, very poor. Yes, Vern was a skinhead. I was a Wood. Emma Wood. We got along great. However, the relations at this time between, especially in our dorm, the skinhead car and the Peckerwood car was not great. Was not getting along at all. So I got this tobacco out, and these skinheads press up on me. Hey, where'd you get this tobacco? Start hitting me with all these questions. One even has the nerve to bend down, grab my pile of tobacco, and start finger fucking it. Hey, what are you doing? I said, dude, what's up with all the questions? You writing a book? Would you suck my dick and make a love story? No, but on the real, I'm not going to fill in the blanks for you. If you think I acquired this tobacco by unlawful means, handle it. Other than that, tranquilo, homeboy, back up. They backed up, and they handled it by shooting a kite over to A-Yard. Because the deal was, the skinheads in my dorm had been getting plugs just like that, of that nasty raw tobacco from the skinheads on A-Yard. But the dudes on A-Yard cut off the dudes in my dorm because they were going through too much. They were taking it for granted. They kept wanting more and more. They were doing too much. The dudes on A-Yard said, we don't have any for now. Just chill out. So they're thinking there's none left, that there's none for them. They got to chill out, and they see me with some. So they say, what's up with this? You cut us off and say there's none, and then we see the Peckerwood car over here with some. You hook them up. So then the skinheads on A-Yard put two and two together and go to Burn and say, oh, so that tobacco you shot that dude over there was actually a Wood. And Vern said, hey, he might be a Peckerwood to you, but he's a comrade to me. And if they're tripping on Splinter, I have Splinter's back to the fullest. And it was a dead issue. Skinheads in my dorm just had taken on the jaw, watch us sit and smoke. And that's what I'm trying to say. Vern was a good dude, and he was my homeboy. And so it saddens my heart. It breaks my heart, even to this day, to have to say he's no longer with us. Rest in peace. Because Vern got out of prison that time when he paroled from Wasco Yard, and he was involved somehow in a love triangle. I don't know the details. Even if I did, I wouldn't throw them out there. I'm just saying what's important to the story, and I'm saying it with all due respect to my friend Vern. In a love triangle, the other male in it got mad, saw Vern, ran up on him in a trailer. Vern was sitting on a couch, and he stood up, slug to the chest. The dude who did it was a Nazi lowrider, and he got busted for it and got life in prison. So I say all that to say this. That was the introduction. This is the story. I come down from Arizona after doing 2 years and some change on a 4-year sentence, and I come to New Delano, level 3 in the gym. I come back from Arizona because Arizona says we're not going to release your inmates, we're not going to release no California convicts onto our Arizona streets. When these fools start getting short, yeah, you could send them here, but when it's time for them to go home, come get them. So since I'm like 60 days of the pad, they sent for me and to put me in New Delano, level 3 at the gym on a level 4, 180 yard. I get in there and meet this skinhead from RSSH, who I'm not going to name at this time, and I think that's fitting, or any time for that matter, and I think that's fitting with all things considered, is to go nameless. But I'm going to tell you straight up, this dude ain't no punk. And if there's any dude in that dorm, and think about it, there's any dude in that dorm that pumped and made me worried at all, pumped a little bit of fear into me, to be him. That dude was like the regulator. He like walked around the dorm trying to keep everybody in check, keep that program in check. Because since we were a level 3 gym on a level 4 yard, there was a lot of level 4 wannabes. And everyone knows how high power level 4 is. Everything's that knife play, and everything's that serious. And so you got a lot of dudes trying to act like they're as serious as level 4 when they're level 3. And it's, I guess you have to be there. If you know, you know. And I'm not saying this dude is no wannabe. In fact, I'm saying he wasn't no punk at all, and he walked around just wishing someone would. He was a dorm regulator. And I'm the opposite. I'm trying to run a sloppy program. So I'm looking at it like, I just did 2-something years. I'm getting ready to hit the pad. I want to sleep after breakfast. Not only that, I got a little bit of change. I got inheritance, so I'm running it fast and loose in my dope debts. Everyone was frowning on. No one was a fan of it. Because, bro, we were getting the dope from the level 4s, and like I said, everything was about that knife play. And no one wanted to take it there and get crazy and sick with it over some dope debt. So they're putting caps on it, and they're really maintaining it and eyeballing everybody in everybody's business. And I was bobbing and weaving that. I might even told little white lies. No, I don't know anybody, because I knew I could take care of it. Like I said, sleeping after breakfast. Getting stuff off the yard. Not breaking off who I should. Running a loose and sloppy program. And if I was worried about anyone finding out, it would be the skinhead from RSSH. And the dude who has the keys to that gym was this dude named Whip from IE. And the craziest story ever is that his old lady got busted trying to bring stuff in to Whip. And since Kern Valley, Delano Level 4 is in Kern County, she went to Kern County Jail. She went there and somehow got my phone number and was calling me up, has no idea who I am except for I'm some dude named Splinter who was in the gym with her old man, calling me up, telling me what date she got out, if I'd bend her over a bag of bean, homeboy, and do a home run. Bro, she wanted me to hit it. How she even get my phone number is, this is crazy. That's a whole nother story. But Whip was pushing the hard line. He was full of the politics. Me and my brother touched on it a little bit. My brother came through and we talked. Dude, Whip, homeboy, I can never forget him. And that skinhead from RSSH was his muscle, pushing the hard line. And he was, dude, he slapped some dude and knocked him on the ground. Which I've only seen a couple times. Someone get put on their pockets. Someone eat shit from a slap. Slap this dude. Because we were watching that show, Cheaters. It was on the TV. And some chick cheated on some dude. The dude got mad on this TV show. Now I'm talking about the dude got mad. And rushed a chick, grabbed her, manhandled her. And someone watching it in the gym I was in was like, yeah, cool. And that dude from RSSH like, what? Yeah, cool. You think it's cool to manhandle women? Boom! There he was on the ground, bro. From a slap! Bro, I never been slapped, dude. Never slapped. Can you imagine the disrespect it would take to slap somebody? I'd rather be punched. I've been punched. I've been socked several times, dude. I couldn't imagine, homeboy. A slap? You pick yourself up off the ground and hear from everybody, you know that was actually just a slap. That's something you do to a bitch, homeboy. Slapped his ass. This dude was all the way with the business. That's why it blew my mind. When he came to me one day. You know what? I missed a very important part, and I apologize. I missed a very important part of this little story. As soon as I went in that gym, New Delano, and I met that dude from RSSH, I do the same thing I do every time I meet someone from RSSH. Do you know Vern? Did you know Vern? I'll say, you know what? You're his comrade, you're from his clique, and let me tell you right now, if you didn't know him, I knew him, and he was a good dude. And a lot of times they'll say, yeah, I knew him, I remember him, or sometimes they'll say, I heard of him, I never met him personally, and I'll say, man, he's a good dude, because I always want to show respect for Vern. So when I meet his comrades, and I'll say, did you know him? Good dude. And so I met this dude, I told him, hey, did you happen to ever meet Vern? He said, yeah, I knew him. So we reminisced about Vern for a little while, and that's pretty much all we talked, because we had two different stilos. I'm running it fast and sloppy and loose, and he's running it tight, and he's wishing someone would. Be that as it may. I mean, I wish someone would too. I'm down to sling them, but I think we're down to fight for different things. You know what? That's a whole different video. but I sure did like to sleep after breakfast. Be that as it may, this crazy maniac who I had on a pedestal as just a Barney badass came to me one day, and I could not have been more shocked when he said to me, "Hey dude, the dude who got burned is on the yard." And I was like, "Oh damn." I was like, "Whoa." I wasn't looking at him when he said that to me. I was kind of in the middle of doing something. I was like, "Wow." And the next thing I expected him to say was, "Do you know where I can get one of these?" Or maybe, "You know what, I'm going to squash it. You know, don't want to bring stuff from the street into the pen." I didn't really know what he was going to say. I knew he was going to say something, and I was surprised he even said that. I was trying to recover from that. Like, wow, the dude's here. And then he hit me with the bro. I couldn't believe it. He said, "Man, what if he finds out I'm RSSH?" And I looked at him, and bro, I saw fear in his eyes, and I couldn't believe it, dude. I was flabbergasted. I was dumbfounded. I remember I had a friend named Brad. He came to my house one time. It was a party. Brad had taken all kinds of things, and he was out of his mind. And he was acting all goofy. And he was like, "Man, I'm dumbfounded." And someone's like, "Are you dumbfounded, or you just found out you're dumb?" Dude, no, I didn't just find out I was dumb. I was literally dumbfounded and flabbergasted. I couldn't believe that this dude who I just thought was more solid than a freaking train coming at you at 100 miles per hour, because this dude was big and yoked, he didn't use, he was mean, and that fear did not belong in his eyes. It didn't look proper there, bro. It didn't look proper there. It didn't belong. It looked like apple, orange, grape, screwdriver. And I just looked at him, he said, "Dude, should I tell him I'm from RSSH?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. I don't know." And I kind of, in the conversation, shook his hand and walked away. And at first I was like, "Wow, is he scared?" But then it made sense to me. It dawned on me. I got it, dude. I got it. And the fear wasn't about being scared. The fear was about, he's now could possibly be in an entanglement with a dude, a lifer, a level 4, 180 lifer. And that's a dangerous individual with nothing to lose. And there's something called a preemptive strike. If you think someone's going to get you, you get them first. So that dude could be in the pen, knowing that he got a beloved dude from a certain clique, and be on the guard for dudes from that clique. So I don't think dude, when he approached me, was saying, "Splinter, should I hide?" or anything. I think what he was asking me, should I keep it on the down low so he doesn't do a preemptive strike? Should I do a preemptive strike? Dude, what a gnarly position to be in. But he was uncertain about it. And someone who I'd seen so confident for the last month and a half, just walking around, just knocking people out with a slap, bro, he was fearful, bro. And it tripped me out, man. Because, hey, it's a deadly world. Level 4, 180 ain't nothing nice. It is always about that knife play. And this dude was fearful. And you're going to ask me, how did it end? What happened? I don't know. I don't know because I quit paying attention. I don't know because I didn't want to know. We didn't really talk in the first place, and I wonder if he almost even regret coming up and telling me that. I think he had to tell someone. He told me he didn't get the reaction he wanted. I didn't give him no reaction. I wonder if he knew I went back to my bunk and just thought about, he really said that to me all night long. But dude, I get it. I get it. And with that being said, I'm going to cut the string and let it fly. Peace.